Leather yields under 25 years of quiet exhaustion. The hydraulic cylinder drops in inches. I lean back. Outside the glass, street lights flicker on in silent succession. Where red tail lights spread through the avenue like a slow fuse. I see your reflection staring back from 6 years ago, wearing that oversized denim jacket you bought on sale. You were so terrified of becoming nobody at all, biting your lip until it bled, checking your bank balance twice a night. You thought every small mistake was the end of the line, running on cheap coffee and bad sleep in that basement room. If I could reach through this chill double pane, I'd pull off your headphones and tell you to look up. Dear kid, you actually made it through that winter. The rent got paid and the dark clouds finally thinned out. Stop holding your breath like the world is about to drop you. Just sit in the silence for a minute and watch the cars below. We didn't win everything, but we didn't break either. So rest your shoulders tonight, you did enough. Remember that rainy Tuesday at the convenience store entrance, standing under the awning with warm milk tea, watching buses spray water. You kept asking yourself if any of this effort would ever count, if you'd ever buy a real desk or sit somewhere without panic. Look at me now, sitting high enough to see the river bend. The work is still heavy, but the air is a little sweeter. You don't need to check your phone every 4 seconds anymore. Nobody is coming to tear down what you built with bloody nails. You thought every wrong turn was a permanent mark, worrying about tomorrow before today even had a chance to end. If I could reach through this fogged up window frame, I'd hand you this hot mug and quiet your mind. Dear kid, you actually made it through that winter. The rent got paid and the dark clouds finally thinned out. Stop holding your breath like the world is about to drop you. Just sit in the silence for a minute and watch the cars below. We didn't win everything, but we didn't break either. So rest your shoulders tonight, you did enough. The seat frame supports every ounce of what we carried. All the late night fears that melted into twilight gray. I know you were tired, I know you were so lonely then, but every single step brought you right here to this view. The city blurs as the rain starts to smear the glass. I sink a little deeper into the cushion and smile. You did good back then, you can rest now. I'll take it from here. Faded wool sleeves pull slightly over my wrist as I lean against the window frame. The roughness scrapes against my knuckles, bringing back that cold October rain. Outside, 3 pedestrians wait at the crosswalk while the signal flickers red. I watch a passing city bus splash puddle water onto the curb instead. For a second, the chill on the glass feels exactly like 6 years ago, when we stood under a narrow awning watching the evening traffic slow. My thumb traces the frayed threads along my cuff. I thought I forgot how we used to laugh at nothing much. The steam from my mug curls up toward the glass pane. I step back from my desk just to breathe again. Let the city roll past while I stay still. Old memories surface on this windowsill. A quiet 10 minutes to drift back in time before the green light changes and I step back in line. The fabric holds a temperature from a different year. I just watched the cloud shadow disappear. I remember you bought the sweater at a thrift shop near the station. You said heavy wool was the only cure for seasonal hesitation. We walked through the alley behind the convenience store, talking about jobs we hated and dreams we cannot afford. Now I sit in this high-rise room with the laptop screen turned off, Wearing the exact same hem that is worn out and soft. The intersection below looks small from up here. Your voice echoes clearly, like you are standing near.
My thumb traces the frayed threads along my cuff. I thought I forgot how we used to laugh at nothing much. The steam from my mug curls up toward the glass pane. I step back from my desk just to breathe again. Let the city roll past while I stay still. Old memories surface on this windowsill. A quiet 10 minutes to drift back in time before the green light changes and I step back in line. The fabric holds a temperature from a different year. I just watched the cloud shadow disappear. We grew up, moved away, changed numbers on our phones. Yet sitting in this quiet pause, I do not feel alone. The sky turns a softer shade of twilight gray. I let the memory linger before it slips away.
Rough wool against my palm, a quiet view below. Just 5 more minutes before I have to go.
The streetlight blinks on bright and clear. I leave the memory right here.
Yeah, yesterday you said I looked like a clock that lost its second hair. Just ticking in place without moving forward at all. So I lean my forehead against this cool glass frame today. Watching the street below do its daily slow crawl. A delivery driver adjusts his helmet strap twice, and the lady carries 3 plastic bags filled with scallions. A gray pigeon hops over a discarded lottery ticket, and a blue sedan idles waiting for the signal to change. None of these things are trying to win a race. None of these moments ask me to justify my space. I just watch them breathe and let my race impulse fall back into place. There is a stray cat asleep on the rooftop tiles, a yellow curtain fluttering across 3 miles, a dry maple leaf caught under a wiper blade, a couple sharing coffee in the tree, shadow shade. Hey, I count them one by one until my thoughts grow still, just sitting right here by the windowsill. Yeah. Yesterday your voice had that worry little edge, asking why I always stand so close to the brink of burnout. Look out, then now a school kid kicks a small gray pebble. It bounces 3 times and rolls near a potted plant tailor. Across the street rolls down his metal shutter halfway. A white delivery van flashes its hazards while dropping off bread. Small tiny lives moving without any grand applause, teaching me how to exist in a deliberate pause. There is a stray cat asleep on the rooftop tiles, a yellow curtain fluttering across 3 miles, a dry maple leaf caught under a wiper blade, a couple sharing coffee in the tree, shadow shade. Yeah. I count them one by one until my thoughts grow still, just sitting right here by the windowsill. Maybe I do not need to answer every question right now. Maybe the world keeps turning even if I slow down. The red light turns green, the pedestrian signal blinks twice, and for the first time today, taking a breath feels nice. Yesterday's words do not feel as heavy anymore. A steam van puffing cloud shapes above the convenience store. I will sit here 3 more minutes, watching the quiet world outside my door. Yeah, an unsaid sentence drops in the quiet split in the muted room where I sit. The laptop screen glows a cold dim blue, holding 30 tabs I haven't looked through. Outside the double panes, orange light spills over wet asphalt and residential hills. A yellow bus pauses at the crosswalk line, blinking its signal in a slow design. I slide my chair back, let my elbows rest, pushing away the heavy weight in my chest. The coffee mug is lukewarm on the side as evening shadows slowly start to glide. Behind this glass Just for 5 minutes, I am not in the race. Just a quiet view in a high-rise space, watching the dust trade places with the dark, leaving a brief golden watermark. A commuter steps off the subway stairs, buttoning a coat against autumn air. Convenience store signs flicker into pink, filling up the pavement while I start to think. My faint reflection hovers on the frame, blending with the headlights in a quiet game. Taylor Two's delivery boxes, power lines moving together through the urban sign. I slide my chair back, let my elbows rest, pushing away the heavy weight in my chest. The coffee mug is lukewarm on the side as even shadows slowly start to glide. Behind this glass, the city turns to film. Every rushing street grows quiet and still. Brake lights mirror red down the avenue slope, tangled in wires where the alleyways cope. Just for 5 minutes, I am not in the race. Just a quiet view in a high-rise space, watching the dust trade places with the dark, leaving a brief golden watermark. The hum of the fridge is the only sound inside, while outside a million small stories collide. Someone waves down a taxi on the street, someone else slows down tired aching feet. I press my forehead near the cool pane glass, willing this brief suspended time to last. The street lamp clicks on, casting amber hue. A deep breath out, clear and clean and new. The city keeps moving, steady and wide, and I am safe, watching from the inside. Yeah, is anyone actually keeping score today? The red sign across the street flickers 4 times, then gives up. My mug is lukewarm gray ceramic, cheap off-brand glaze. I wonder if that pedestrian knows his left shoelace is dragging. Probably not, he is staring at his palm like everyone else. My spine feels like stacked dry twigs against the swivel chair. If I do not answer that email by 5, the sky won't fall. The double pane glass feels ice cold against my temple. Clouds look like torn cotton balls stretched over concrete blocks. Traffic inches for stop, start, red light, amber glow. Maybe I will just sit right here and watch the wipers sweep. Nobody's asking me to explain my mind right now. Let the world run its heavy errands down below. I am just a silhouette, holding a half-empty cup, breathing in the fog that forms between my lips. Saying glass, 5 minutes and nothing, watching the signal lights change. 5 minutes where I do not have to be anybody at all. A yellow bus drops off 3 kids in bright raincoats. They jump in the puddle, dirty city water splashing up. I remember when rain was fun, not something that ruined sway. My phone buzzes twice on the laminate desk behind my back. I ignore the vibration, watching the plastic bag drift. It tumbles across the crosswalk and catches on a hydrant. Just sitting there stuck, taking a break from the wind. Let the world run its heavy errands down below. I am just a silhouette, holding a half-empty cup, breathing in the fog that forms between my lips. Saying glass, 5 minutes of nothing, watching the signal lights change. 5 minutes where I do not have to be anybody at all. Thoughts slide down like rainwater drops merging on the paint. One small impression, it's another washing away into clear streaks. No big realization coming, no sudden flash of insight, just the hum of the mini fridge and the wet street below. Still no answer to why we rush so hard. The neon sign flickers once more and stays dark. I take one slow breath, feeling the glass warm under my skin. 5 minutes are up, time to turn around now. This heavy office chair sinks 2 inches lower under my shoulders. I press my heels down and watch the evening light change across the city corner. To the boy who thought 25 meant heaven, every single answer. You were running so fast through late bus stops, acting like a sprinter. You thought if you stopped moving for a second, the world would erase you. Look at me now, sitting still by the glass, holding warm tea just to trace you. The power lines outside cut the gray sky into small square frames. You were so terrified of falling behind everybody in their lanes. So I am sending a slow exhale through the glass back to 18. Take a breath, you do not have to win every single race tonight. The traffic below moves slow and it is totally alright. I wish I could tell you to sit by a window and rest your weary knees. You made it to the future, you survived that bitter cold breeze. Just look out the glass and let yourself breathe. Ay, ay, I remember your scraped knuckles in that cheap instant noodle bowl at midnight. Studying under that buzzing desk lamp, convinced you were losing the fight. You worried about rent, you worried about turning into somebody unknown. But the view from this cushion is gentler than the seas you had sown. Clouds drift over high rises without asking for permission or extra time. You were building this quiet moment for me, one painful line by line. Take a breath, you do not have to win every single race tonight. The traffic below moves slow and it is totally alright. I wish I could tell you to sit by a window and rest your weary knees. You made it to the future, you survived that bitter cold breeze. Just look out the glass and let yourself breathe. The padding underneath me supports everything you carried all alone. All those teary subway rides back home turned into solid stone. You can stop sprinting through the dark now, I have taken over the wheel. It is okay to pause the clock and feel. Hey, hey, hey. The chair settles deep into the floor. I watch the shadows stretch across the wooden door. Thank you for holding on back then. We are doing fine, my old friend. Peach amber washes over the double pane, bleeding soft orange into this quiet room. I set down my phone on the wooden counter, watching the yellow buses crawl through the dust. The guy beside me shifts his paper cup, scrapes his stool an inch to make some room. He looks outside, then catches my tired eyes, asks if the city always feels this heavy at 6. I tell him I think the clouds are holding back rain. He nods, leaning his head against his palm. No names exchanged, just two tired souls watching the glowing taillights start to bloom. We do not have to move right now. The red lights pause, the street lamps glow. Just two strangers sharing a silent window, letting the rush hour drift below. Take a slow breath, leave the work inside. The sunset is enough to clear the mind. The sunset. He sighs and mentions his train is running late. Shows me a photograph of his small white dog. I laugh a little, showing him my worn out shoes, pointing at a rooftop garden 3 blocks away. We talk about how fast November comes, how short the daylight feels when you work indoors. He slides his extra chocolate cookie over, says sugar makes the waiting hurt a little less. I take a bite, the sky turns velvet blue. He checks his watch but stays right where he sits. No promises made, no contact safe, just a quick pocket of grace before we leave. We do not have to move right now. The red lights pause, the street lamps glow. Just two strangers sharing a silent window, letting the rush hour drift below. Take a slow breath, leave the work inside. The sunset is enough to clear the mind. Sometimes a helper does not know your name. Sometimes a stranger gives you back your tempo, looking out together at the blurred neon street. We do not owe the world a single of looking at the skyline, resetting the clock inside our chests. He gets up when his notification buzzes, taps the glass twice and says, "Take care out there." I'm not watching his coat disappear in the crowd. The glass stays warm where the amber light sat. Yeah, you talk too fast when you're stressed out. That is what you told me yesterday over cold tea. I set my phone face down on the lemonade desk, rest my elbows on the sill and look down at the street. A middle-aged man in a lime green jacket, adjust the side mirror twice at the red light. A silver sedan turns its hazard lights on just to drop off a heavy box wrapped in green tape. Wind grabs the corner of an old paper poster. A gray cat on the brick wall stretches out his paws. I count 4 seconds till the signal turns green. Nobody is rushing, nobody looks up to room 4. I just sit right here watching small things slide by the white steam rising from the bakery vent. 2 high school kids sharing 1 pair of earbuds in the stray, leaving shadows on the sidewalk tiles for 10 quiet minutes. The world moves on without my help, and that feels like enough for now. Yeah. An old woman pulls a folding shopping cart. 1 small plastic wheel squeaks every 3 turns. A delivery rider checks his glowing phone screen, scratches his black helmet, then turns down the lane. The sign for the laundromat flickers red once, then stays solid blue like it gave up the fight. A potted fern on the 2nd floor balcony leans out over the brick wall, drinking the shade. Yesterday's words don't sound as loud from up here. My warm breath leaves a circle on the cold glass pane. I draw a tiny dot inside it with my pinky finger, then watch it disappear in under 5 seconds. The lime green jacket finally drives away. The squeaky cartwheel fades around the corner. 10 minutes pass by without asking for anything. I turn back to my desk, feeling a little lighter. Yeah. A delivery bike raps softly through wet asphalt below. Echoing off the concrete walls where we usually go. You have been staring at that glaring screen since noon, forgetting that the afternoon will turn to evening sooner. Yeah, hey. I brought another cup of dark roasted coffee over, sat it right beside your hand, hoping you would pull over. Look out at the crosswalk where the people wait in line. None of them are rushing, either taking all their time. The clouds are moving slow across the brick wall rooftops today. You do not have to finish everything right away. Just pull your eyes away from the cursor blinking black and let the city noise gently carry your thoughts back. Leave the unread messages sitting by the glass. Watch the yellow city buses slowly make a pass. Take a breath, my friend, let your heavy hands fall still. There is peace in doing nothing on this windowsill. Just 5 minutes of watching traffic fade away is enough to save the rest of your exhausting day. Remember when we used to walk these alleys till the dark? We never worried about deadlines or making a mark. Now your shoulders sit up near your ears when you speak, like you were carrying the weight of an entire long week. The street cleaner sweeps a stack of leaves onto the curb, a small quiet rhythm no one tries to disturb. Sit next to me here, let the steam hit your face. We can pause the clock inside this tiny little space. Leave the unread messages sitting by the glass. Watch the yellow city buses slowly make a pass. Take a breath, my friend, let your heavy hands fall still. There is peace in doing nothing on this windowsill. Just 5 minutes of watching traffic fade away is enough to save the rest of your exhausting day. The world outside keeps moving without demanding a thing. Listen to the shopkeeper, let the small doorbell ring. You are allowed to take a break without feeling guilty, even if the sky looks a little gray and dusty. Just lean back, lean in, let it all settle down. Another scooter passes on the street down low. Your coffee is still warm, take it nice and slow. Rest your eyes now, friend. We can start again later on. 4:32 glows on the bedside clock. Inside a quiet apartment 5 years down the line, I see myself leaning back without checking the lock, holding a warm glass mug of cheap red wine. The city outside moves at a comfortable stride. Buses turning slowly through a concrete street. No panic in my chest that I have to hide, knowing this list of promises I failed to meet. Right now my back aches against a cheap office chair. My screen is bright, my eyes are burning red, but I close my eyelids and I take myself right there to that sunlit cell where nothing needs to be said. Looking through the glass at a sky that holds its breath, in that distant April where I finally learned to rest. The cars down below are just ribbons of white light. I won't be running anymore into the middle of the night. Just a long deep exhale while the clouds pass by, watching my future self learn how to lie, still under the sky. The 9 on the digital display will flip to 10, and I won't care if I wasted 40 minutes looking out. I'll watch a stray cat walk along the alley wall again, without a single shadow on my current doubt. My plants will be watered, my bookshelf will be full. The air in the room will smell like cedar and rain. No urgent phone calls making my shoulders pull. No lingering ghost of this quarterly strain. I draw the future window on my foggy glass today, tracing the frame with an index finger slow. It's 3 miles of concrete between here and okay, but I know that version of me is waiting in the glow. He turns his head, he takes a sip, he looks across the square. He tells me from tomorrow that I'm almost there. Looking through the glass at a sky that holds its breath, in that distant April where I finally learned to rest. The cars down below are just ribbons of white light. I won't be running anymore into the middle of the night. Just a long deep exhale while the clouds pass by, watching my future self learn how to lie, still under the sky. Yeah, for under the sky. 4:32 on a clock that isn't real yet. I take 2 minutes now to watch the current street, breathing in the promise that I won't forget. Resting my eyes until the 2 timelines meet. The chip white ceramic coaster holds the damp ring of an iced coffee long gone cold. I set down my pen, lean back in the chair, and finally breathe in the quiet air. Out past the glass, the skyline moves slow. Buses crawling down the lane in a steady row. Nobody is rushing me for 3 minutes straight. No urgent ping on my screen, no pressing date. My reflection floats faintly against the gray, watching the afternoon softly fade away. I spent all hours running on a tight thread, chasing down deadlines inside my head. But right here, right now, the clock loses grip, and I take a slow breath as the streetlights shift, just to breathe while the world keeps turning. Watching red tail lights blur soft in the evening. I do not need to solve everything today, letting the heavy thoughts drift far away. Framed by the window, the traffic flows free, and for a quiet second, I am just me. I tap my knuckles on the format of wood, wondering if I am doing what I really should. Late 20s flew by like an express train. Now my 30s sit softly in a haze of rain. Down on the crosswalk, umbrella tops bloom, yellow and clear against the concrete gloom. I trace a water dropper sliding down the frame, forgetting for a moment my worries and name. It feels nice to be a spectator for a change, watching the everyday look beautifully strange. I spend all hours running on a tight thread, chasing down deadlines inside my head. But right here, right now, the clock loses grip, and I take a slow breath as the streetlights shift, just to breathe while the world keeps turning. Watching red tail lights blur soft in the evening. I do not need to solve everything today. Letting the heavy thoughts drift far away. Framed by the window, the traffic flows free. And for a quiet second, I am just me. Sometimes the best move is standing completely still, letting the day settle down over the hill. No loud breakthroughs, no grand revelation, just a little rest from all the expectation. The coaster stays still, the condensation dries underneath the fading twilight skies. The glass turns cool beneath my hand. I do not have to understand, just pause right here. Clear. Wet asphalt sizzles under slow tires. A brief screeching echo rising past our floor. You haven't moved your eyes in 2 whole hours, just staring at the numbers on the door. Your iced coffee went lukewarm long ago. Leave that glowing screen right where it sits. Step over to the window panel with me. Give your mind a minute to quit. Look down at the crosswalk for stories below. Nobody down there is running like you do. The city keeps moving even when we pause. It won't fall apart if you take 2. Count 3 red lights with me right now. Watch the neon wetness reflection on the street. You don't have to finish every task tonight. Just feel the floorboard steady beneath your feet. Rest your forehead on the cool glass pane. Let the ambient traffic wash out your head. For 5 short minutes you owe nothing to the world. Just breathe in this gentle evening instead. Hey, hey. A bicycle bell chimes near the convenience store. Someone in a long coat walks a quiet dog. You always carry everyone's expectations, walking uphill through an endless fog. Your shoulders are hitched up near your ears. Let them drop down, loosen up your chest. Working until your spirit burns completely out was never the measure of doing your best. Look down at the crosswalk, 4 stories below. Nobody down there is running like you do. The city keeps moving even when we pause. It won't fall apart if you take 2. 3 red lights with me right now. Watch the neon wetness reflection on the street. You don't have to finish every task tonight. Just feel the floorboard steady beneath your feet. Rest your forehead on the cool glass pane. Let the ambient traffic wash out your head. 5 short minutes you owe nothing to the world. Just breathe in this gentle evening instead. We used to talk about the future like a dream. Now you treat tomorrow like a heavy fine. But look at the sky shifting to deep navy blue. It doesn't care about your deadline line. You're doing enough, my friend, you really are. Just stay still right here under this quiet star. Another delivery engine revs and fades away. The 5th signal turns green down below. Stay by the glass a little bit longer. We've got nowhere else we need to go. Yeah. Burn hazelnut syrup hangs in midair, settling heavy on his unwashed hair. He rests both elbows on the narrow frame, watching the yellow cabs play their games. Laptop screen dims down to dark as pigeons circle the tiny park. No urgent text can reach him here behind this thin sheet of atmosphere. He drops his hands into his coat, lets the heavy thoughts just flow. The red tail lights blurring to red, leaving behind all the things unsaid. He stands still while the city moves on, catching his breath till the pressure is gone. Looking out the window, counting the street lamps, resting his palm on the condensation dam. Just 5 little minutes to quiet his head, putting the rest of the world on hold instead. Yeah. The delivery delivery driver pulls to a stop, delivering noodle bowls down to the shop. He watches the steaming soup bowls pass, breathing a slow fog onto the glass. 28 years in a hurried stride, always competing with someone outside. But right at this hill, the timeline breaks. He forgives himself for his small mistakes. He drops his hands into his coat, lets the heavy thoughts just float. The red tail lights blurring to red, leaving behind all the things unsaid. He stands still while the city moves on, catching his breath till the pressure is gone. Looking out the window, counting the street lamps, trusting his palm on the condensation dam. Just 5 little minutes to quiet his head, putting the rest of the world on hold instead. High above the crosswalk, nobody sees the way he leans in the afternoon breeze. No deadline pressing against his spine, just a moment of space that is purely his own design. The green light flashes, the crowds obey. He lets the whole afternoon slip away. The glass stays cool against his skin. He takes one deep breath in, looking out at the quiet street. The quiet rest feels complete. Sudden question interrupts the quiet room, wondering where all the lost minutes went. The lens shifts slowly to the double pane window, capturing silver dust floating in a slant of cool sunlight. Outside a yellow courier van idles near the corner, exhaust blooming white against the gray concrete wall. I lean my forehead against the chilly glass frame, watching the world moving 80 frames per second. A commuter in a charcoal coat crosses the lane, stepping over long shadows cast by telephone poles. The city runs the script without asking for my input, so I just sit back and watch the scenes unfold. Let the traffic blur into a soft ribbon of light. Let the high-rise towers hold the late afternoon sky. In this small gap between the tasks on my screen, I am a quiet observer of the street down below. Just 5 still minutes, watching reflections flow past, breathing in the wide view while the fast world moves on. Zooming in on a bakery sign, swinging on a chain, warm steam escaping every time the front door turns. A teenager wearing headphones kicks a tiny pebble, while 2 stray pigeons land beside a puddle of blue sky. My coffee cup sits lukewarm near my right elbow, forgotten while the camera pans across the overpass. No urgent notification breaks this frame quiet, just a slow fade of orange light touching the tiles. Panning past the utility wires, tangle like thread to where a white plane cuts a silent line through blue. Everyone down there is running towards some distant deadline, but from up here every step looks like a peaceful motion picture. I record the audio, just keep the visual clear, holding this tiny sanctuary high above the noise. Let the traffic blur into a soft ribbon of light. Let the high-rise towers hold the late afternoon sky. In this small gap between the tasks on my screen, I am a quiet observer of the street down below. Just 5 still minutes, watching reflections float past, breathing in the wide view while the fast world moves on. The light shifts to indigo along the glass edge. The yellow courier van finally pulls away. I take one last look at the white city canvas, back to the work, but carrying the quiet space. What does this cold glass never give back? The sound of my voice when I whisper. Double glazed panel 4 inches from my forehead. My breath makes a small cloudy circle, then vanishes. The delivery truck down on 3rd Avenue is idling, engine revving like a tied heart. I forgot to drink the water I poured 2 hours ago. It sits on the windowsill catching dust. My thumb scrolls past a picture of someone's vacation. Is that Bali? I don't even care. The blinking yellow traffic light keeps counting down to nothing. I count 3 blue sweaters on the crosswalk below. Maybe I'm running out of things to pretend to finish, or maybe I just need to sit here until the sky turns gray. Let the city move without my signature today. I am standing in the gap between two unread emails, watching pigeons trace circles on the opposite roof. No deadline can reach past this glass. Just 5 minutes of looking at the laundry hanging. Just 5 minutes of letting my brain go quiet. Unknitting every knot I tied this morning. My reflection looks thinner under this halogen light. Or maybe it's the shadow from the neighbor's air conditioner. Dipping a wet spoon into instant espresso. The brown swirl looks like a satellite picture of Jupiter. I wonder if my mother still keeps those plastic containers in the fridge. The yellow bus takes a sharp left into the alleyway. Someone's dog is wearing a red raincoat. Why do I feel like I'm watching a movie with the volume turned down? My toes are cold inside these thick socks. The blinking yellow traffic light keeps counting down to nothing. I count 3 blue sweaters on the crosswalk below. Maybe I'm running out of things to pretend to finish. Or maybe I just need to sit here until the sky turns gray. Let the city move without my signature today. I am standing in the gap between two unread emails, watching pigeons trace circles on the opposite roof. No deadline can reach past this glass. Just 5 minutes of looking at the laundry hanging. Just 5 minutes of letting my brain go quiet. Unknitting every knot I tied this morning. Thought drifts to an old classmate's face. Thought drifts to the overdue phone bill. Thought drifts to the way Mars grows on the brick ledge outside. It doesn't ask permission to exist. It just stays green in the shade. I lean my forehead back against the window pane. It's cooler than my thoughts right now. A white plastic bag floats high above the power lines. It looks like a kite with no string. Where is it going anyway? No answer, that's fine. Just watching it flow. Just breathing for a minute. Yeah, orange swivel cushions accept my full weight as I lean back from the glowing screen. Out the high window, gray clouds migrate, framing rooftops in the quiet scene. Dear kids sitting in that library basement, studying until your vision went blurred. I wish you knew you would survive that placement, that every harsh prayer would be heard. Look at the cars going down the street below. Nobody is rushing like it used to do. Take a second, let the heavy rhythm go. I am living in the future, safe for you. If I could mail a letter back in time, I would tell you to release your grip. You don't need to turn every step into a climb, or double check the words upon your lip. Just look through the window at the sky today. You were always going to be okay. Remember how you skipped dinner for those practice tests, convinced that one mistake would ruin your name. Now I sit in this heavy seat and finally rest, realizing life was never just a game. The yellow traffic signals blink in a steady row, pigeons resting on the neighboring ledge. You thought you needed friction just to grow, but grace is sitting quietly at the edge. Put down the pencil, unclench your tight jaw. The world outside is moving without speed. You build a castle out of every single flaw, when peace was the only thing you'd ever need. I am sitting in the chair you worked to fill, and finally letting time stand still. If I could mail a letter back in time, I would tell you to release your grip. You don't need to turn every step into a climb, or double check the words upon your lip. Just look through the window at Deep violet haze coaster, exterior glass pane. The alley in a cool indigo shade. I set my notebook down and let the moment pass, watching the overhead street lamps begin to fade. The guy sitting one stool overturns his head, leaning his elbows on the wooden window ledge. He looks at the sky where the gray turns to red, staring right past the building's concrete edge. He taps his plastic cup and softly speaks to me, as if I think the sunset looks like Goose Plum. I nod my head and watch the taillights drift free, feeling the steady beat of the city's low hum. We do not know each other's name, but we are standing still while the red lights change. Looking out the window, stepping off the track, taking 5 minutes just to get up, breathing back. The sky turns purple and the traffic moves slow. A brief conversation in the evening glow. Yeah, you look like, you look like you worked 10 hours today. He sighs, pointing at the bus that stops across the street. I laugh a little and adjust my tired eyes, watching the crowd below shift their heavy feet. I guess we both forgot to take a break, I reply, staring at the yellow neon signs coming alive. He nods, adjusting his collar with the quiet eye, saying sometimes just sitting here helps us survive. Two strangers at a counter overlooking the lane. No pressure to explain where we have to go next, just washing off the stress through the double pain, finding a sudden peace in an unwritten text. He points out a bird resting on a phone wire, and for a second my mind stops catching fire. We do not know each other's name, but we are standing still while the red lights change. Looking out the window, stepping off the track, taking 5 minutes just to get up, breathing back. The sky turns purple and the traffic moves slow. A brief conversation in the evening glow. Violet fades into a quiet dark night. He gathers his jacket and gives a small smile. Take it easy, he says, stepping into the light, leaving me peaceful for a little while. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Roasted grain aroma drifts across the windowsill, where Daniel sets his heavy mug and stands completely still. His keyboard glows with unanswered emails from the afternoon, while gray clouds gather under a pale October moon. He rolls his wrist and loosens up his tight collar button. The city down below is rushing, never asking pardon. He leans his palms against the cool acrylic paint and watches yellow caps dissolve into the rain. 5 minutes off the grid is all he really needs to watch the neon sign glow through the willow leaves. The world outside keeps spinning on its heavy wheels, while he forgets the endless hunger that his timeline feels. Just leaning back to watch the rooftop pigeons fly. A quiet pause beneath the washed out city sky. He lets his breathing settle to a slower pace, and leaves the digital demands without a trace. A scent of damp asphalt mixes with his lukewarm drink. He watches traffic pulls and steps away from what he thinks. The delivery vans are parking down in row 3. A stray cat dodges puddles near the convenience store tree. His shoulders drop 3 inches as he exhales, soft and slow. There is no urgent deadline telling him where he must go. Sometimes the bravest move is stopping mid-stride to watch the shadow stretch across the avenue side. He does not check his phone or count the passing hours. He simply watches rainfall wash the balcony flowers. A temporary truce between his mind and the screen. The sweetest space that exists somewhere in between. The world outside keeps spinning on his heavy wheels, while he forgets the endless hunger that his timeline feels. Just leaning back to watch the rooftop pigeons fly. A quiet pause beneath the washed out city sky. He lets his breathing settle to a slower pace, and leaves the digital demands without a trace. The steam dissolves into the quiet room. He steps back toward the desk inside the dust bloom. Rested now, he turns the lamp back on. A small breath saved before the night is gone. cotton weave presses against skin, leaning my side into this heavy curtain drape. Outside, the second story glass, the city rolls in muted gray and blue. The scratch of unwashed denim under my palms brings back that afternoon on the riverbank when we sat on the cheap green picnic mat and argued over who forgot the ice cream. 5 years ago feels like 10 minutes when sunlight hits just right. I pause my breath and watch a white delivery van turn. The rough cloth under my knuckles drags me backwards. Suddenly I am 19, sitting on your porch wearing an oversized canvas coat that smelled like rain. Let the world keep rushing down the boulevard. I'm leaning here trapped in the thread of yesterday, looking through the smudges on this glass pane. I see the old playground where we used to stay. Just a 5-minute break from the modern noise, holding on to fabric that remembers who we were. The coarse thread rubs against my wrist bone now, a sharp tactile anchor in a drifting room. Outside, a woman in just a yellow scarf, and suddenly I remember your yellow sweater in December. You used to pull the sleeves over your knuckles when nervous. We thought 25 was so far away, yet here I am standing in a quiet corner of an office building, staring at distant traffic lights turning from red to green, wishing I could call you just to talk about nothing at all. Time does not move in straight lines when you stop to look out. It folds back like a sleeve rolled up for work. The texture under my hand holds every cold November walk, every promise made before we learned how rent works. I take one long breath against the cool frame. Let the world keep rushing down the boulevard. I'm leaning here trapped in the thread of yesterday, looking through the smudges on this glass pane. I see the old playground where we used to stay. Just a 5-minute break from the modern noise, holding on to fabric that remembers who we were. The green signal blinks and traffic flows again. My hand slides down the course straight. Back to the desk, back to the afternoon. For a second, we were standing right there. Yeah. 9:14 clicks, silent on the wall. I picture high floor corner where the view opens wide. Steam from a fresh pour over drifts into the evening air, and the floorboards beneath my feet are cool and steady. Down there, the crosswalk signals change from green to red, and a younger version of me is probably sprinting for the last train, clutching a worn canvas bag full of half-finished dreams. I'll take a slow sip and let my shoulders drop. All the midnight panics will be over, seats locked in the forgotten desk. The noise that keeps me up tonight will turn into a calm cityscape. I lean my forehead gently against the double pane glass, watching the river of taillights stretch across the bridge. In the future quiet, I will finally catch my breath, standing by the window while the city hums below. No urgent chime calling me back to an unread inbox, no heavy chest counting the hours until dawn. Just 5 soft minutes overlooking the rain, thanking the person I used to be for holding on. I see the apartment lit only by ambient twilight, a dark wood table and a single monster relief by the sill. The traffic below sounds like distant ocean waves, not the aggressive horns that stress my ears today. I won't check my wrist every 30 seconds. I will wonder if I'm running behind everyone else in my year. The hustle settles down into a quiet rhythm, and the view from up here makes the struggle look almost poetic. Right now I'm sitting on a crowded subway bench with bruised heels, riding this future into existence between 2 dark tunnels. I build this sanctuary brick by brick inside my mind. One day I will stand at that window and look down at these exact streets, and I will smile down at the kid who never gave up. 9:14 on a future Tuesday night. The city keeps rushing, but I can stay completely still. Just 5 minutes with the cool glass against my palm. I breathe out slowly and let the quiet take over. scratched acrylic key ring sits motionless on the wood. I haven't moved my fingers for 10 minutes though I know I should. My inbox keeps swelling like a tide I cannot stem. But right now I am looking past the screen and past all of them. The alley below is quiet, just a white sedan reversing slow. Two delivery workers standing under the awning's glow. My breath leaves a tiny oval patch of fog against the glass. I watch it shrink and fade away, waiting for the hour to pass. Everyone is running toward a goal they never name. I spend my whole week trying hard to stay inside the frame. So let the notifications stack up high up on the desk. I need a single minute where my heart is allowed to rest. The clouds drift over the gray apartment roofs today, and for a little second all my worries feel so far away. I don't need a grand answer to the questions in my head, just this warm cup in my palm and silent thoughts unsaid. Let the world spin outside without my heavy feet. I'm sitting right here watching clouds above the street. A stray pigeon lands on the air conditioner unit across the way, nodding its head to a rhythm only birds can play. My phone buzzes twice against the vineyard table edge. I flip it face down, leaning back against the ledge. I used to think every pause was time I couldn't spare. Now I find a strange comfort in just staring into air. The yellow traffic signal flashes yellow, then turns red. No one is rushing, nobody is looking ahead. Maybe being okay isn't about solving every doubt. Maybe it's just letting the tired air flow in and out. The city keeps its pace, relentless and precise, but taking a small breather doesn't carry any price. The clouds drift over the gray apartment roofs today, and for a little second all my worries feel so far away. I don't need a grand answer to the questions in my head, just this warm cup in my palm and silent thoughts unsaid. Let the world spin outside without my heavy feet. I'm sitting right here watching clouds above the street. The fog on the glass vanishes entirely now. I take one deep breath, softening my brow. The key ring stays put, cold and still. I can step back out whenever I will. Just a minute more. Just a minute more. Yeah. Metal garbage bins clatter down below. A delivery scooter hums a low-pitched tone. You haven't moved your eyes off that laptop screen. Trapped inside a deadline since 9:15. Slide your phone face down on the wooden desk. Take a breath right now, let your brain just rest. Outside the window, yellow buses crawl. Shadows stretch out along the brick wall. You always run like somebody's chasing your heels. Forgot how a quiet 5 minutes feels. Come stand by the ledge where the glass is cool. Stop acting like stress is a golden rule. Look at the alleyway slowing to a blur. Neighbors walking home and nothing's urgent anymore. Leave your unread email sitting in a line. Give yourself a moment, give yourself some time. We don't have to fix your whole life today. Just watch the evening sky. Wash the noise away. A traffic officer blows a sharp brass whistle. Leaves in the planter box stand like bristles. Your coffee turned cold about an hour ago. You're staring through the reflection, weak and slow. I know you think resting means you fall behind, but look at the cloud shapes drifting in your mind. The dry cleaner's neon sign flickers light blue. The whole city shifts and so can you. Look at the alleyway slowing to a blur. Neighbors walking home like nothing's urgent anymore. Leave your unread email sitting in a line. Give yourself a moment, give yourself some time. We don't have to fix your whole life today. Just watch the evening sky. Wash the noise away. Look at that stray cat resting on the ledge, living right there on the concrete edge. It doesn't check a schedule or count its losses. It just watches cars at the pedestrian crossing. Sit down right here, put your phone away. We survived another long, exhausting day. Tires roll past on the wet gray street. Rest your tired legs and your aching feet. Look out the window with me for a while. You don't even have to try to smile. Just watch the city turn its lights back on. Damn petrol car rises from the alleyway. He pulls the window open just 2 inches wide. The smell of wet concrete meets cold Earl Grey. A million tiny errands waiting deep inside. His screen keeps blinking with a pending message draft. He rubs his eyelids where the blue light leaves a stain. Forgot the last time that he actually laughed, just watching mist assemble on the glass pane. The city keeps on moving at his usual speed. Delivery scooters weave between the yellow cabs. He counts the paces that his heavy shoulders need, and lets the silence heal the little aching jabs. She stands right there and lets the clock tick past, without a reason or a goal to meet tonight. The world outside is moving way too fast, but here behind the glass, the shadows feel so light. A simple pause before the evening drops. He breathes it in until the hurry stops. Yeah, the scent of roasting chestnuts from the corner stand floats up 4 stories to his quiet little ledge. He rests a lukewarm coffee cup inside his hand and leans his elbow on the chilly wooden edge. An old lady walking with a folded umbrella, a kid in yellow boots who jumps into a pool. He watches every little ordinary fellow and feels his rushing heart begin to settle cool. The city keeps on moving at his usual speed, red tail lights flashing in a long unbroken row. He finds a quiet space his weary mind indeed was asking for an hour or 2 ago. He stands right there and lets the clock tick past, without a reason or a goal to meet tonight. Yeah, the world outside is moving way too fast, but here behind the glass, the shadows feel so light. Yeah, a simple pause before the evening drops. Yeah, he breathes it in until the hurry stops. Nobody calls his name, nobody asks for progress. The world is just a moving picture through the pain. He feels the heavy tension in his fingers lessen as winter air erases all the daily strain. Just 3 short minutes on the balcony line to realize that he is doing fine. The streetlights flicker on in steady glow. He closes up the window very slow. The damp air lingers quiet, sweet and cold. He steps back in, ready now to go. Yeah, sharp realization punctures the room stillness like a stray spark. My desk clock flips silently while traffic crawls down below. Red tail lights stretch along the 6-lane bridge into dusk. The radiator hums a slow rhythm against the cold glass. I lean back, letting my palms rest on the cool desk edge. The city blurs in the pastel streaks under overcast sky. A city bus stops at the corner crosswalk. Shadows lengthen over concrete barriers. Everything moves while this room stays completely frozen. I let my shoulders drop an inch lower, watching the dust bleed across the river skyline. I breathe in the quiet space between my working hours. The world rolls on without waiting for my permission. And for 5 minutes, that is more than enough for me. Towers catch the last sliver of gray evening light. I am just an observer, holding time in my hands. A yellow crane swings gently over a half-built apartment complex. Deliveries zoom past in bright blue jackets against the damp asphalt. The glass reflects my tired eyes against the darkening grit. Nothing requires an instant answer right this second. I watch a lone crow land on the telephone wire. It shakes off rain and looks down at the endless commute. A city bus stops at the corner crosswalk. Shadows lengthen over concrete barriers. Everything moves while this room stays completely frozen. I let my shoulders drop an inch lower, watching the dust bleed across the river skyline. I breathe in the quiet space between my working hours. The world rolls on without waiting for my permission. And for 5 minutes, that is more than enough for me. Still towers catch the last sliver of gray evening light. I am just an observer, holding time in my hand. Street light flick on in perfect unison across 4 blocks. The sky turns from bruised plum to deep slate blue. In this small gap between tasks, no one calls my name. The glass separates the noise from my quiet breathing. A train glides across the iron bridge. Tiny illuminated windows carry strangers home. I stay right here a little longer, just watching the city settle down. Where do all the passing thoughts drift after they escape my head? I ask the sky above the convenience store sign, but it stays silent instead. Yeah, a delivery driver in a neon vest wipes condensation off his visor screen. My tea is getting lukewarm while the red light turns to green. Did I reply to that email from Thursday, or just imagine that I press send? My toes are cold inside my socks, another week coming to an end. A pigeon sits on the air conditioner unit, staring straight at my window pane. Funny how the city looks softer whenever it forgets to rain. My mind wanders down the alleyway where the stray cats sleep, counting tiny details that I never plan to keep. Just 5 minutes of letting the clock run out on its own time. No deadline pressing on my chest, no mountain left to climb. Let the traffic noise filter through the double pane frame. For a second I do not even have to remember my own name. Sky turn the color of bruised plums over the rooftops now. Everything is moving along fine without me knowing how. I'm sitting right here, leaning my forehead on cold glass, watching the afternoon slowly pass. Was I always this quiet when the afternoon hit 4 p.m.? Old high school friends got mortgage loans, I wonder if I should call them. Instead I watch a plastic bag caught in the telephone line. It dances around in the autumn wind like it has all the time. My thumb scrolls past 3 recipes I will never actually cook. There is a beauty in a pause that never makes it in a book. A yellow taxi pulls over by the bank, someone drops an umbrella. My thoughts bounce around like a broken old song on a player. Maybe I do not need to figure out where the next 5 years will lead. Maybe breathing in this drafty room is all the proof I need. The reflection of my sweat emerges with the streetlights below. It is nice when the world goes fast and I am allowed to go slow. Yeah. The green sign blinks out across the street. Cold glass against my temple feels complete. Still no answer to where the thoughts all go. Just a quiet city down below. A tiny blue paper clip is resting on my notebook, bent at the edge from a nervous afternoon. Outside the 4th floor window, the city blurs in gray as traffic creeps like slow rivers through the avenue. I set down my pen, let the silence take over, watching the lone bird slice through the smoggy air. My shoulders drop 2 inches lower than before, just breathing in the calm hiding over there. The screen keeps blinking with things I ought to do. Deadlines pulling hard on my heavy sleeve, but for 3 whole minutes the world can wait outside while I watch the swaying branches learn to breathe. Looking past the glass where the sky turns pale, I let my crowded thoughts scatter in the breeze. The world moves fast, but right here I am still, finding a quiet space beneath the autumn trees. Just a pause in the beat of an endless day, watching the yellow buses drift away. A faint reflection lingers on the cold double pane, my tired eyes matching the soft evening glow. A woman with an umbrella walks past a flower shop, steps unhurried, steady and slow. I used to think every second needed a purpose, every hour filled to the very brim. Now I trace the contour of the distant clouds, watching the harsh daylight gradually grow dim. The screen keeps blinking with things I ought to do. Deadlines pulling hard on my my heavy sleeve. But for 3 whole minutes, the world can't wait outside, while I watch the swaying branches learn to breathe. Looking past the glass where the sky turns pale, I let my crowded thoughts scatter in the breeze. The world moves fast, but right here I am still, finding a quiet space beneath the autumn trees. Just a pause in the beat of an endless day, watching the yellow buses drift away. The world keeps spinning whether I rush or rest, so I unclench my hands and let the tension go. There is beauty in the rhythm of doing nothing at all, watching shadows stretch long and low. The tiny paper clip still holds its quiet shape. I take one deep breath and turn back to the room, a little lighter now, just a little lighter now. Yeah, copper orange glare coats the window frame, painting every passing delivery, bike and liquid gold. I set my phone face down, tired of the same emails unread and calls left on hold. The guy 2 seats over shifts his coat, points at the sky where the clouds drift low. Nice view today, he says under his breath, makes all this rush feel a little slow. I glance at his paper sleeve, his worn out shoe, and not because I feel that exact thought too. We don't ask names, but where we need to run, just watch the shadows lengthen the setting sun. For 5 small minutes, the clock stops its chime. 2 strangers breathing in borrowed time. Outside the world keeps spinning on its wheels, trapped in the urgency of how a weekday feels. But right here against the cool, clear glass, we let the heavy hours quietly pass. He looks at the street, I look at the sky. No promises made, no need for goodbye, just a brief pause where the sunset stays, resting our minds in the amber haze. He tells me he takes this seat every Thursday at 4, just to watch the city change its afternoon coat. I tell him I was heading for the subway door, but my legs felt too heavy to stay afloat. He chuckles softly, sips his lukewarm tea, so sometimes doing nothing is a victory. The street light flickers on a pale neon blue, cutting through the orange like a second clue. Watch stray dog cross the pedestrian lane, forgetting for a moment our daily strain. In a city where everybody tries to prove their worth, we found a quiet corner on this restless earth. A strange and simple sentence breaks the heavy spell, telling me that taking 10 minutes is okay as well. No pitch, no agenda, no screen in my palm, just shared observation and an unexpected calm. Outside the world keeps spinning on its wheels, trapped in the urgency of how a weekday feels. But right here against the cool, clear glass, we let the heavy hours quietly pass. He looks at the street, I look at the sky. No promises made, no need for goodbye, just a brief pause where the sunset stays, resting our minds in the amber haze. Yeah, he packs up his bag, nods once as he stands. Take it easy, he says with a wave of his hands. The orange fades down into evening gray. I sit for a moment longer, then walk away. Yeah, you told me yesterday I breathe too shallow whenever the afternoon settles in. So I step away from the desk and lean my forearm against the window frame. A delivery rider with a neon helmet checks his phone at the crosswalk. 3 sparrows hop around a discarded paper cup near the storm drain. The dry cleaner next door hangs 3 dark suits on the outdoor rack. A driver wipes his windshield with a crumpled yellow napkin. Everything moves at its own quiet pace out there. Nobody is rushing for my attention right now. The breeze catches a plastic wrapper, lifting it 2 feet up. My shoulders drop an inch without me even planning it. Why Watching the street stretch out below my room. A green bus pauses to drop off two students. The bakery sign flashes its warm amber light. I am just standing here, catching my breath in the middle of the day. Nothing to fix, nothing to prove for 5 minutes. And no woman carries a plastic bag of radishes past the flower shop. A stray cat sits on top of a silver sedan, soaking up the pale light. The shadow of the telephone pole slowly shifts toward the curb. Someone in a blue hoodie pulls out headphones and looks at the sky. The steam from the laundry van curls up and vanishes into thin air. I notice a tiny scratch in the glass right near my thumb. You were right about the way I hold my breath. I never noticed how tight I keep my jaw until I stop looking at screens. The world keeps spinning even when I'm doing absolutely nothing. It turns out the afternoon is gentle if you let it be. The crosswalk signal turns red again. A courier straps down a heavy brown box. I take one deep full breath like you suggested and step back into the room. Thick acrylic knit scratch against my neck as I lean forward on the windowsill. The glass feels cool against my forehead, fogging up with every breath I spill. Outside a yellow street light flickers above the convenience store sign. A guy in a worn hoodie rushes through the rain, cutting across the white zebra line. And suddenly I am back in 2016, soaked through my cheap canvas shoes, holding 2 box meals from the corner store, wondering which path I was gonna lose. We sat on the damp curb with water dripping off our plastic umbrellas, talking big about the future like we were destined to beat the luckiest fellas. The beat drops low inside my headphones, rhythm keeping steady time. I watch the droplets blur the traffic lights, turning red to gold in a line. Just 5 minutes of stillness in this endless workday routine, rewinding every memory that lives inside the space between. Looking down from this quiet room, watching the shadows drift away. The past comes back in vivid color, while the present stays in gray. I remember how we used to think we would never make it through the night. Now I'm standing here in warmer clothes, staring at the streetlights bright. Take a pause, let the flashback play, then let the memory fade out slow. It is just a momentary rest before I let the old days go. The scent of wet asphalt rises through the cracked window slide. I remember sleeping on the library floor, giving everything I got. Staring at my bank balance at 3 in the morning, holding back tears. We traded all our young weekends just to build up these current years. The fabric back then was rough and thin, freezing in the winter when my sweater is soft. But my mind still wanders back to where we've been. All our foolish dreams on a sticky note attached to a dusty screen. Funny how the hardest seasons turn into the sweetest scene. Time moves forward whether you are ready or not. We left so many tears on those pavement tiles we forgot. If I could talk to the kid running down that street in the storm, I would tell him that the winter ends, and eventually the nights get warm. The traffic light turns green again, the boy disappears into the dark. I rest my hand against the cold frame, leaving behind a small steam mark. Deep breath in, deep breath out, back to the desk and the quiet sound. Grateful for the memory, grateful for the solid ground.